Today, I want to talk about the 5 most broken picks in the body meta. Let's get started. At number 5, we have Sylvanas with primarily undead, but ideally with undead and beasts. Sylvanas works really well with undead because her body is an undead. So you can use the disguised grave robber to just repeat the body. It's insane. And now, if you want to go even crazier, you can use Sylvanas' body, grave robber, and Rylak. You Rylak the grave robber, and then during the fight is going to eat your body and give you another copy in your hand. This, in 2 turns, is going to allow you to triple the body. Or you can have a situation where you play 2 of the bodies, Reborn Rylak and the grave robber, and you get 2 more of the bodies every fight. That's absolutely insane and like really broken. And you should definitely like give it a go if you haven't already. It's a super powerful combo. It requires you to just pick Sylvanas in an undead beast lobby. Or again, she's pretty good as is in an undead lobby. At number 4, we have Vol'jin Shelemental. Vol'jin Shelemental is kind of like straightforward. Your body basically makes your hero power a lot better by just moving the stats, all the stats, from one minion to another. And then what you are going to do is you play for tempo, you get your body, and then you go to Tavern 5. Obviously, you try to discover for 5s, but if you cannot discover for 5s, you should at some point go to 5 in a Shelemental lobby. And once you get Shelemental, you can basically double your stats every single turn. And if you have enough time, you can get to the stats to more than 1000 per minion. And it's just insane, and a lot of people are not going to be able to deal with this. Again, the strategies that I talk about in this video are strategies that are like so good. If you are offered one of them, you should go for it, take the free win. If somebody in your lobby has it, you should be aware of that. Try to beat them early game before they get it, or try to play defensive mid-late game if they got it, because you probably cannot catch up in stats. That's kind of unfair, but it's kind of how the body meta always has played. There are some strategies that are just so good. Talking about really good strategies, at number 3 we have Odd Millhouse. So what do you need to play this? Again, the strats get more and more consistent as we go up. Odd Millhouse only needs Millhouse. Why? You don't care if there's elementals, dragons, mechs, whatever it is. You get strong early game, you level to 5, and then you get your body, and the only thing you do is buy 5 drops. You buy every single 5 drop until you get Monitor's Champion. Once you get Monitor's Champion, every single 5 drop is going to buff your entire board. Why 5 drops? Because you have cards that give you a lot of value, such as Drakisaf, Murozond, the Panda that gives you a spell, Bran, which also works with some of the earlier mentioned cards, and 5 drops are also like really powerful in general. How can this strategy fail? If you don't get Monitor, you can have a game where you go to 5 and like buy 30 cards, just don't get Monitor. Can happen, take the L, move on. But generally, in most of the games, it will happen. Number 2 and number 1 are like really consistent. Can they fail? Sometimes, but like it's so hard for these strategies to fail. You have to be very unlucky. At number 2, we have Queen Azshara Naga. A lot of people have this as number 1, but I prefer the number 1 strategy to this one. Still, this one is really powerful. Why is it powerful? Well, Queen Azshara can get the hero power pretty quickly. The body is a bit expensive, so you should take your time and play for tempo in the early game to get it quickly. And then all you have to do is press the hero power as much as you can, get the Deep Blue Crooner, get the Zesty Shaker, and with your body on the board, you're going to be able to play that combo better than anybody else, because you're basically doubling every single spell that you play. It's pretty insane, and at some point then you're going to level to 5, get Divine Shields, get Stealth. It gets really crazy. And your body is just super OP in this situation. At number 1, my favorite strategy in the body meta currently, and I think is also the easiest one for Blizzard to fix, so play it while you can. Aranna in an elemental lobby. What do you want to do? Play for tempo early, go Tavern 3, get your body, and then just buy 1 cost spells and use that to roll, until you find Azerite. Once you find Azerite, you play Azerite and then you play all the spells. Obviously, if you don't find Azerite in the first turn, you should play some of the spells, maybe like buy some other minions to like try to keep yourself strong. You don't want to die really quickly. But in 1 or 2 turns of like rolling like crazy, you should be able to find the Azerite. And once you find 1 Azerite, you just play all the spells, and then you want to also buy 1 or 2 elementals to be relatively strong. Also, especially if you bought a spell that gives you gold if you win the fight. You want to be powerful for that one. Then you keep staying on free, ideally to find second Azerite and to grow your spells to a significant amount. I like to level to 4 when leveling to 4 is like 4 or 5 gold. I don't want to spend too much to do it. And or ideally when I have a triple, to triple into a Shelemental. Shelemental is also really good here. Although you can still have an amazing game without Shelemental. He helps. The minion helps. On Tavern 4, I stay for quite a lot to increase my presence. What do I mean with that? On Tavern 4, you have Landlubber. On Tavern 4, you have an Extended Tavern. You get offered more options. The spells are on average more expensive, so I think most of your buffing, or a lot of your early buffing, you're gonna do it on Tavern 3. Then you go to 4, and only late game, you go to 5. If you missed your discoveries into Shelemental, then you should go to 5 and manually look for it. I would never go to 6 with this strategy. Just, again, you should be okay under leveling. Why? Let's say you manage to play 500 spells and your elementals are super huge. If your elementals are huge, what you want to do is get as many cracklings and wildfires as possible, because what are you going to lose to? If you always win stats on stats, you're going to lose to scam cards like Leroy's, Venomous, Murlocs, play a crackling, play wildfire, and you're going to be able to win against those scam comps as well. So technically you can win the game on Tavern 3. I like going to 4 and 5 for like bigger taverns and for the Shelemental potential, because Shelemental really scales you like crazy, but you don't need to. You can stay on Tavern 3 the whole game if you wanted. Again, I don't encourage that, because you're limiting your options. And you might have even higher chances to find Crackling and Wildfire on 4, since you see more minions per roll, and you have a lot of rolls. Either way, I find Aranna Azerite obviously only available in an elemental lobby, which I think Blizzard should not really allow Aranna to play elemental lobbies, but that's another story. All these 5 strategies are super busted. You guys should play them as much as you can, as early as you can, because you never know if they're going to hotfix one of them. And that's it. That's the body meta. Hope you enjoy, and go out there and play some Aranna, or Queen Azshara, or Millhouse, or Vol'jin, or Sylvanas. These are just my 5 picks. Those 5 picks work best for me. Maybe the metagame is going to update, and I will try to like figure out if it does, and update the video with another one. Let me know what you think. Let me know what are your top picks. Let me know if you disagree on any pick, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.